Okay, that looks like the place. Okay. Alright, here we go. Try number 2. For the middle of this week, at least. So, I attempted to run a couple days ago, and had a strange power bump in the middle of the night that turned off only select appliances in my house, strangely. Including my router and my computer and all attached peripherals. So there went the stream and the run, dead as could be, and it was too late to bother trying to start another one. So here's another attempt. So I get up very early in the morning. This is about as late as I can go most nights, but that's okay. If I can get a really good time on this, the faster the better. So once again, to begin introducing the run, this is Secret of the Silver Blades, the third of the Gold Box series by SSI, the first official licensed AD&D games using AD&D rules from the late 80s, and this one from 1990. We have 6 characters here. 1 Ranger. Ranger is a slightly inferior fighter, but they do increase ability to surprise is the main reason I have him, as well as doing extra damage to giants, of which there are quite a lot in the game, so having one at the forefront will help those fights go a lot more smoothly. Mostly it's because it seems to give more surprise rounds at the beginning of fights. According to the first ed rules, a Ranger is supposed to surprise in 1 to 3 in 6 chance, basically at the start of every battle, so 50% of the time. And that does seem to operate in this game as near as I can tell. Pretty much with every fight, there's just a, coin flip of us all getting turns to go first, which is very strong, especially when we're trying to deal with all the powerful magic users we have to deal with. Otherwise, 3 regular fighters, 1 human cleric, female, just don't really need a female in this game, but use one just because. It's the only place where you can have one because of first edition rules, and a elven fighter magic user thief. There's only one section in the game where a thief is really necessary. Well, there is 2. There are some traps that you can disarm in the last dungeon as well. It's enough to make it, especially with an item that you can't get without a thief disarming the trap in the midsection, it makes it worth it to have one. You need a magic user only for really 1 important spell, plus a few other useful ones. Plus, you can use all the magic items that are pretty powerful for clearing the game. And being a fighter just lets him use a bow and attack otherwise, and it doesn't really slow him down or make him that weak, because as a mage, a non-human mage will never reach 6th level or higher casting spells. We'll never get that point in the run, but you don't really need anything beyond the 3rd level haste anyway that much, so that doesn't slow him down, and being a fighter just lets him do a little bit more damage in melee and in ranged because of his better chances to hit and all that. The names they seem like generic names, but they're actually after my nephews. Yes, they're given semi-generic names. Joe and Bob are brothers. Alex and CJ are brothers. Sarah is the sister of CJ and Alex. These are my nephews and nieces that I love so much. And since I don't have a 6th, Jinx, my best friend, rounds out the magic user of the group. With that, I will now begin the adventure. So, in Secret of Silver Blades, our experienced adventurers are resting from their travels and actually getting a bit bored when suddenly their call for adventure is answered because they are teleported to this northern town by the glacier near Verdigris through a magic well, which is then taken over by a dragon, and the poor townspeople are forced to run away with our comatose heroes. They explain their situation to us, how they used this well to summon us so that we could save their poor little town from the monsters that are threatening it. And so here we've come. Yes, indeed. Hopefully this time my power will not go out in my house so I can finish the run. No, the only thing left is a mage scroll I don't need. Alright, so first we need to camp and do some very important things like increasing the speed much faster. We lowered the difficulty as well because that makes the monsters have half the hit points, which for the most part does not affect damage except against dragons, but it also makes them a lot easier to kill, so we can speed through them. Now we need to magic memorize. Magic Missile is about the only worthwhile first level spell after Pool of Radiance. Sneaking Cloud, the only worthwhile second. 2 haste because fireballs aren't really all that necessary in charm monsters because that's the only thing I have for now. Alex is going to memorize detect magic, so we can sort through some magic items at some points, and there's not much else useful he can do. Bless some cure light wounds, hold persons. 3 dispel magics for one particular moment, and a prayer for buffing and cure serious wounds so that we can fix more quickly, as well as get some emergency healing in certain circumstances. Alright, so now it's time to meet the black circle. So this teleport takes us to the well. It's a nice little hub that, yeah, that's why I go west, because it's the fastest way to reach people. So now we break in the fight between Bay Knight Priests and the Black Circle. The Black Circle are servants of the end boss, the Dreadlord, trying to release him. Mages is good. He's casting Dark. Luckily. Oh, darn. Oh, well, that isn't too bad. Could have been a lot worse. She got damaged, so she can't do anything. We got Charm. Why not? No, it didn't work. Just gonna Magic Missile the mage in this round. There. Go out and away. Excellent. Alright, first battle over. And now we get some treasure. Let's see, Joe is going to take the Plate Mail Shield Longsword, Jinx the Wand, and Sarah the Mace Banded Mail Shield, Jinx the Necklace, and then I can get CJ and Bob Plate Mail Shield Longswords just so that they are a little bit better off in the next fight. Okay, we're good now. Whoops, I always do that. Wrong way. And we get some random encounters because I do that. Oh well. Just things to improve upon once I finally get this part ironed out a little more. Because it spins you around in an odd way. I should be starting out right... wow, 2 mages. This could be kind of bad. Because of the direction they have you facing, spinning around 2 holds. That is so excellent. I don't know much I can do, though, except use these wands of Ice Storm or a Necklace of Missiles. Hold was kind of pointless at that point, but oh well. I only have a couple of missiles left. Surrendered. Yay. Okay, so eventually I'll remember that they have me facing north and not south, I think, in that fight. And now I take the teleporter back. You can rest anywhere in town, really, even in the middle of the street. They don't mind in this game, even though they actually objected to it in the earlier games. Whatever. Alright, now we've met the Black Circle. We've been assured that they are friendly, but since we know that they're not now, the mage who runs the magic shop, we know that he is troublesome, and so we're going to deal with him. Make this fight a lot easier by casting haste. These are actually pretty high-level enemies we're facing, and this is a encounter we're supposed to do later on in the game, but you can do it as soon as you encounter the black circle. Better get them out of the way. You get some really good loot that'll get your characters set up for the next area, which is why I didn't bother to go buying better equipment earlier. And also just happens to get rid of any potential encounters we'll get later on in town with assassins attacking us, which will start happening if I adventure where I'm supposed to before, quote-unquote, this battle. Alright, now, CJ and Joe basically are going to take all of these and drop the ones that they've got, and that's it. Alright, and you can take a longsword and shield at least, so that you can have a bit more armor class, and a weapon you can hit people with. Okay, now we can actually rest inside the room as well and get ourselves all prepped. Cast a haste spell again. Should be popping them like candy. Just makes all these fights go so much easier. So now the mage disappears after taunting us. You know, of course, he was keeping an eye on the town and trying to prevent them from doing their tasks. So the Black Circle are servants of the Dreadlord, who's the leader here. Ancient times, this land had two great heroes who were brothers. One was a paladin and one a mage. When the mage got old, he got afraid of dying, and so he sought immortality in the form of actually a ring. We'll have to go ahead and take the ring just in case. Armor class 1. Okay, that's fine. And so he became a lich in order to achieve his immortality that he wished. And then, of course, since he turned into an evil lich, he was trying to take over the world with all these monsters, and with this army he raised, and the paladin was forced to fight him, forming a group called the Silver Blades. He defeated his brother and sealed him inside this glacier, but of course he isn't dead yet, and the lich needs his phylactery destroyed to be totally dead. Everyone's forgotten this tale now, but the Black Circle still exists, and is has finally enough of the ice has melted that they can start trying to recover him. They've been doing various things to do it, and releasing the monster sealed in the glacier with him, all of such the short thing. We find this out over the course of the game by talking to a lot of people, but it takes a while. The people of Verdigris are totally unaware of any of it, of course. Let's see, let's go ahead and buy all the arrows I need now. All the arrows I need now. The arrows I need now. You go to Bob first. Ready, join. Trade the arrows, Bob. Join, trade the arrows to Bob. Join the arrows together. He doesn't have a bow yet, but he'll get one soon enough. Okay, that's Marcus defenestrated. Now we go back to the well to liberate it from the Red Dragon. That will make the well totally safe. And it will become a, actually, first I need to go train. I should be able to train at this point. At least some of my characters. The Ranger. Okay. I didn't gain a mage level, though. Cure light wounds. I didn't use bless hold person, and now I finally get your critical wounds, second best healing spell in the game, and I get another detect magic spell. I could use a magic missile, but it would do very minor damage. Okay. go another way. This isn't a good place, but oh well. I'm going to go ahead and cast haste here. Make all these fights go really fast. Small subadult red dragons we're going to cleave through real quickly now. With my bare hands, because I forgot to equip my sword, but who cares? And done. And now the ancient dragon who's ruling the well. He wants the well because of their gems around it. The well is a sentient well that for some reason wants gems, and it will tell us all sorts of secrets in exchange for gems. Because they've all been gathered here, the dragon wants the well and all the gems too, of course, because that's what dragons do. Now I can have a bow, which is very nice. These bracers are slightly better. Well tells us a little bit about what's going on. We don't give it gems. So if you're ever stuck somewhere, you can actually come to the well. Now the well is totally safe. We can rest here fine, as well as in town fine. And there are all these teleporters that go from the well to other places, but you can only use them after you've gone through the back way. But it does allow you to zip around quite easily. So that's well liberated. Now the fighters level up. And that was the only spell we cast. Alright, now it's time to go... We'll go this way first, actually. Since we're in town. Oh, it's this way. Alright, so there are a number of special MacGuffins that we need over the course of the game to use myself immediately. That's awesome. Okay. There are a number of items we need over the course of the game, MacGuffins, for story purposes that don't really do much except serve as triggers to allow us to continue the game. And one of them is this amulet here, which is one of the most obscure of the items that is necessary, especially where it's hidden at. If you don't have a guidebook or map to tell you both where you're going and what it is you're trying to do, you have to wander around lost in these enormous ruins for a very long time before you find what really you're looking for. Falling rocks, gonna keep damaging us, very annoying. Encounters are possible here, but they're very rare, which is very handy, especially compared to the previous two games, if you've played them or watched me speedrun them. And the encounters in this area are auto-combat, easy, get things done in a hurry, easy things. So, let's see, yes, this is the way. Trying to read this massive map and pay attention to where I'm going is a bit rough. This looks like a great place to use a Wand of Ice Storm. Wow, this is quite a, this is one of the worst groups I've ever seen in this area. Normally they're a few very easy to defeat monsters, but holy cow. They can breathe fire from that range, seriously? Some of them. Okay, I guess we have to run up. Normally you fight like maybe 6 ogres and 6 hill giants, and that's the worst you fight, and they're really easy to dispatch even so. But a bunch of red dragons and hellhounds together? I've never seen this formation. Pretty interesting. Okay, there we go. Okay, down. Alright, now we're almost at the end of this. Now we fight another red dragon for an amulet. An Invis Ring, Longsword +2, and Plate +2, so that'll be good for one of our people. Oh, jeez. Nice, a big breath attack that nearly kills the mage. He doesn't save against it either, of course. Oh well, doesn't matter. Now we can go back to the well. Let's see. Longsword and plate mail. Plate mail, longsword we don't need, but plate mail is good. We need the cloak. We're going to give it to Bob for now. And the ring we're going to give to Sarah. Ring is invincibility, allows her to move around without getting hit. And makes her more difficult to hit so that she can get some hold persons off if she needs to without getting hit. And then the plate mail armor +2, yeah. We also find an amulet away back to the glowing gateway. This will allow us to fix, as well as memorize, to not friends, memorize, 2 magic missiles. Okay. Yes, I need to go. Okay, now I know where I need to go. Except that everything is in the way. Alright, now we're going to go deal with the Black Circle. This will, this is a big, long thing that involves a lot of fights, but it's going to give us a very powerful magic item that we can multiply later on to give it to our entire party to make them very, very powerful. It also will prevent some other fights from going on, so net gain is I will fight more battles here than I would save probably, but it does cut down a decent amount, and again, the item I get at the end of it is very powerful and makes this the mid to end game especially very, very much easier to deal with. Okay, going to cast a haste spell here. As we move into the Black Circle, the old administration building of the ruins of Old Verdigris. Old Verdigris is huge. This apparently was a really big city way back in the day. Just cast a spell real quick. With him. Now we'll chop all the warriors down to size. Using haste more is something I need to do a lot more because of just how much it makes. It doubles your number of attacks per turn, so effectively doubling your power is a very good thing. In case that wasn't a hashtag facts obvious kind of thing. Forehead, all that. Hahaha. 2 chokes and gags. Yep, we still have haste. Good. That was safe. He chokes. That is because he isn't in range to attack him. That's the problem, is that it can affect you too. Okay, I think that it's gone by now though, so I'm going to cast a second haste. This is aging our characters. But that's okay, we can age quite a bit before it starts to become detrimental. I'll also cast Bless and Prayer before this big fight. This is one of the bigger ones. I probably should have saved it as well, just in case. But here we are. Just move forward and heck. Hasted Archer can take out and or at least damage a lot of the mages. Okay, let's go ahead and use... I've already used up 1 Wand of Ice Storm. Let's use up the second. Okay, that's that. Let's see, the captain has 4 random magic items. A ring, Morning Star, and 2 cleric scrolls. We'll go ahead and take the ring just in case it's any good. A wand or something would be nicer. Now we get a key and a portal Portal will allow us to go back and rest really fast, which is why I was able to cast both of my haste spells without any worry. Being able to teleport back is one of the things that makes this a nice game to play in a good speed run, since you can burn all the spells you need. As I get better at figuring out which ones I can burn, I'll definitely get a lot faster at this. I could also go back and train, but I'm not going to. Okay, now we have to look. Found a door. Bash through the door because we're so enormously strong, don't have to worry about it. Mage threatens us. Sasha tells them that we're coming. Okay, we dispel the sphere. Okay, good. If we don't dispel it, we all take damage. You can fail. That's why I have 3 dispel magics that will let me try all the times I have. Meet Sasha. She was the clerk in the first Pool of Radiance game that gave us all of our commissions and such. Okay, let's see. Okay, damaged him. That's good. Hit and damaged him. That's really good. Hold, 2 hold, 3 holds. Nice. Okay, don't need to worry about casters anymore. So let's actually put on our sword and go help out with the combat. Oh, you're done. He's carrying too much money. Too much money is a problem in this game. It used to be an even bigger one before I figured out I don't really need any money except for the very first few things I pick up. It's pretty absurd. Even all these magic arrows aren't worth that much. I could save a little bit of money by or get rid of a bit of money by using a wand of magic missiles, which might be smart to do the next time I run back to the shop. I sometimes buy a couple, but then he doesn't have a lot of inventory spaces as well, and he ends up getting a lot of items. He will use most of them over the course of the game, because it's just more efficient damage and such, but golly, Joe is taking a lot of damage. No, wrong person. He's still at 92 hit points, though. He's fine. Okay. Fight. There are like 3 more guard fights. 1 more other fight. Nope. There are about 7 fights left here. Something pretty crazy. This is a very, very big place. Let's use the necklace, actually, get some bigger explosions. There we go. Not bad. 20 is pretty average. Alright. Now we find some scrolls that we really don't need, but we get experience for it, whatever. Hold ground, we discover it's an illusion, and then we attack. It's kind of a moment that rolls against your stats, I believe. Since all my characters have 18s, which I forgot to mention when I was starting this game, I modified them all because it allows you to, because why not? There's 1 mage. So we're just going to magic missile him so that he can't do anything. Just a few fighters here. Very dangerous to use quick combat while there are wizards around. I need to focus on them, and quick combat is random. Here's another fight. Okay, 3 more fights left then. Oh, darn. That is bad. Yep, 30. Okay, it was badly shot at least. She can take 30 points. Not often, but often enough. Awesome, okay. I'm almost out of magic missiles, so... Okay, there's one more fight against guards right here. Then there's, well, 3-4 fights technically, but a couple of them are really weak. We'll do an old person since she started and can't get any mages easily. Okay, well, at least we got one. He could run forward and attack, I guess. Okay, we are doing okay. Joe is really hurt. Okay, so let's go ahead and cast some cure critical wounds on Joe. Serious wounds, serious wounds, serious wounds. Okay, he's good enough now. Now, the hatchling pool, we advance, get attacked by some hatchlings, but it's a pretty easy fight. They do a bit of damage with breath weapons, but not a whole lot. 5 max. If Jinx goes really early, it can be worth it to maybe do a cheese. They're getting off a lot of little breaths. That is going to add up. Then it can be worth it to use an Ice Storm and go early, but if I've already killed like 5 people by the time it's his turn, it's not worth it to kill the last couple. One more fight against some hatchlings. Every step you take in this room, you get attacked by a bunch of hatchlings. I don't know how they have so many dragon hatchlings, but they do. And they all disappear once we wipe out the main circle. There's quite a lot going on that the inner sanctum, once it's been breached, suddenly is gone. Alright. Okay, now we're going to cast Bless and Prayer, cast our haste spell again. Save, because this can be a nasty fight. With a bunch of casters, if they happen to all go off first before I can do anything, then things are going to get weird. I'm going to go ahead and use one. good amount of AoE damage there. That was time saving. Alright, there we go. Alright, we get the girdle and the wand. Is it any good? I cannot remember. Yes, the wand and the bracers, actually. Okay, so Alex takes the girdle for the strength. Jinx gets the wand and the bracers, and that's all we need. So bracers off, bracers on, drop bracers, exit, 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 no. We go into the glowing gateway. I need to put that girdle on as soon as possible as well. Alright, so now we can go back home. Now we should be able to train everybody. Not everybody, just a couple. He gets a magic user level finally, so he can learn Ice Storm. Okay, magic cast, charm monsters to lose it, so I can memorize rule spells. Let's go ahead and memorize 3 magic missiles. A haste and a fireball. 1 fireball is okay. 2 ice storms. Yes. Memorize a bless. 2 hold persons. Let's spell magic and I'll do another prayer. Cure serious wounds. Cure critical wounds. Oh, and I should see I can do another detect magic if I feel like casting that. Okay. Time to go clear out some of my money by identifying a bunch of things. That's Black Circle Butchered as well. And I've also already gotten the amulet, which is really good. Another ring of protection +1, don't need it. One of ice storm, okay, he's good. Okay, now, how much platinum do we have? 1,600. Okay, yeah, actually I'll get one. I will buy 1 wand of magic missiles. Okay, good. So now I can just use that for quick damage all the time, and all the times I won't have to just leaving because he didn't want to get too close in combat. Alright, and now we need to go back to the Well of Knowledge to head to the temple so we can meet Durf, I think is his actual name, believe it or not. Durf is the last known living member of the Silver Blades, at least to him, and he is in the Temple of Tyr that was their staging ground and such, and he is trying to keep it safe kind of situation. Wait. Yeah, I'm fine. Nope, I am not fine. Okay, I got turned around somehow. Now I know where I am. Arrow pointing east. I'm going to cast a haste spell here just for safety. Because I should have saved it as well, because if these Bay Knights go first, they are a huge problem. Okay, good. Oh, you need to swing a sword or something. We'll just use our bow. No. 1 hit point left. Surrender is good. Okay. So 900 platinum after buying that. Okay, so now that we've cleared out those Bay Knights, we go this way. There are all these arrows that they put in the ruins to help you find your way back to normal town. You can quit combat. You can quit combat. You can quit combat. You cannot quit combat. We're going to use... And you will quit combat. Okay, that'll set up the next group of fights to go really easy. Now we go to the main mine. Oh, monsters attack right before the main mine. Okay, fine. So the random encounters are rare, and they go quick enough that it's not worth it to quit and reload like I do in the other games. There's one point in the game where that will be a strategy, and it's near the end. And even so, there are a bunch of fights which I will take without too much problem. Okay, we charge. We are indeed charging. Let's see if I can get on my normal fireball. Yes, indeed, and early too. Good. This will decimate their hordes. Except I rolled really low. 17's a pretty crappy roll for a fireball from the caster. That's 7 and 8th level? 8th level, yeah, he gets 8d6. 17 means I rolled an average of about 2 on 8 6-sided dice. Yep, the game definitely, like any, since it's based on the rules for basic tabletop role-playing game, is indeed very dependent on simulated die roll RNG. It's pretty bad. We'll cleave through these things here though real quick. Displacer beasts are not really difficult. Except that we can't hit them. Minotaurs neither. You fight both. You can fight a bunch in Curse of the Azure Bonds, and we're higher level than we'd be in there. Now we enter the temple. Okay, let's see. We first come over here for some magic items. What we want is simply 2 shields plus 3. We're going to take them for these 2. Shield and some potions we'll give to Joe, because he always seems to take the most damage. They are potions of extra healing. He really doesn't need it since he is using his bow, but when he needs to use that, now he has a +3 shield. We'll all get +3 shields before too long though, so. Now one of those potions is bad, the other 2 are extra healing, which means they're really good. So now we meet Delph. He tells us about the Dreadlord and how everything is really and tells us that we need to assemble the 8 pieces of Oswald's staff so that we can enter the castle where the Dreadlord is and defeat him. And they are all hidden on the mine in 8 levels. So that's our first task, is to go assemble it. So we are going to fix up. And the only thing I have to memorize is a fireball and a haste. And actually, before I go back, I'm going to make sure that I can't level. Once I get a little bit more used to this one, I'll try to remember better where my level ups actually are. So I don't have to keep going back to town and wasting time checking when I can't get any. Yep. Don't get any yet. So I'm probably going to have to wait until I finish all 8 levels of the mine. It's not worth it to come back sooner. Okay, 3-3 is the temple. That is temple secured. Go down to level 1. Okay, now I need to go back to the mines. Maps to remember. Nope, that's where I want to go. Okay, so we need to go west for this. These maps are very large, especially compared to the previous ones in the other two games. All you had was 16 by 16 maps. Here's Umber Hulks, which are set encounters. Am I going the right way? There shouldn't be Umber Hulks here. I don't think. No, I'm definitely going the right way. Oh darn. Confusion, but that's... Oh. I think that there are... I think I have encountered some Umber Hulk places where I shouldn't before. I think they are random. This one is set. Mostly there are a lot of set Umber Hulk fights, but apparently most of the random encounters in the mines are trivial and you can flee from them by taking a step back. But I guess there are a few... See, there's a random encounter, we flee, but take a step away and the monsters mysteriously vanish. Okay, we search the body. Mine 1, we want the Ring of Fire Resistance because it always helps to take it. Composite Longbow plus 2 is important, so are the arrows. Let me just share the money, which is yes. Take the bow with him, and are those any good? Oh, they're all plus 3. Yes, they are good. We'll go ahead and let Alex take them since he is main up front, or he'll take the longsword and the plate mail. But Joe will take, or the shield and plate mail. Joe will take the longsword. Okay. Who still has a plus 2 shield? I think everybody actually has a plus 3 shield or better, except for Jinx. Okay, there we go. Boom. Get the plus 3. Everybody else has plus 2 longsword. Oh, I needed to go identify those, but oh well. Okay. Back now. Yep, more Umber Hulks. I'm getting a lot of them this time. That's unfortunate, because that's a time waste, but there are worse ones. That's it. Only 2. At least that's that. Since I've been through that area already, it's definitely random, which I thought it was. My word! So many Umber Hulks. I might need to quit the game to get rid of this seed that I'm on, whatever it is, because this is... Oh, and he's confused before we've even killed any. At least he took his turn already. The confusion makes them act very randomly, so they can be a detriment to the party as well. Okay, I think I'm going... Yes, this is the right way. Good. So yeah, the maps are huge here because they combine a bunch of 16 by 16s together and then just let you go through them, which is one of the reasons why I think they decrease the encounter rate so much, to make sure that, you know, you wouldn't be totally overwhelmed. Otherwise, this game would be awful. Here's one of the 2 levels in the entire game I use a thief for, so I can find that. They pretty much find it automatically. I'm going to fight some Umber Hulks soon. Not here, but soon. Flee. Actually, I'm going to go this way. Here's the Umber Hulks. You get very tired of Umber Hulks by the time you are done with this. With this game. Interesting thing, Umber Hulks have one of the gazes that goes right through invisibility, which doesn't matter much in this game, of course. Flee. Alright, now, I need to save, just in case this goes wrong. Search. I disarm them with Jinx. Okay, good. Because the only thing I really need here is the wand. Because it's a wand of fireballs. Is anybody too old? 28, 26, 24, 24, 29. Okay, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take the elixir just to make sure he doesn't get too old. It's not a big problem, but because I am using so many things of haste, I'm getting really old. Every time you use a haste spell, it ages everybody 1 year. And the game actually does calculate age and give you age effects if you get too old. So it's a big problem, especially if you're transferring characters between the games and rely on haste spell a lot. In pools of darkness, it is possible to find more elixirs of youth. You can find a couple more in this game, I think, if you go through all the searching. But that's the only one that I'll find over the course. I don't really need it, but just for my own peace of mind, I like to give it to my ranger, who tends to be the oldest for some reason. He's also the oldest nephew I've got, so that's appropriate at least. Flee. Okay, and I need to save here because we're fighting wyverns, which usually aren't a problem, but if they hit me and poison me and I die, I have a dead character, and that's too much of a pain to deal with. Let's see. I am going to move to here and cast Fireball. Oh, awesome. Because these things are... Nice, that was devastating. I got hit, but I didn't get poisoned to death, so that's good. Alright. Okay, now, does level 3 have anything? Oh, the boots and the mace +4. Okay, this mace is awesome. The boots are very important. They're boots of speed. We'll be giving those out to everybody soon enough. And the ring of protection is +2. I get a +3 just a bit further down, so, like, whatever, but... And that's our third piece of the staff. Go to another level. 4th level. Alright. Jeez. Okay, 4th level, I need to go down, south. Up there. That's west. Yeah, that's the way. Flee. Large pouch lies on the ground. This is a ring of protection +3, actually. Yes, so I didn't even get to use that fight. I need to probably remember not to even take that ring. Cross it off my list of stuff that I want, because why bother when there's no one there? I mean, if I had multiple mages or people who needed armor, that'd be good. Now, a mage can actually cast in plate mail, but he cannot do thief effects in plate mail. So it's actually, he gets better armor class from using bracers and rings of protection than he would from using magic leather, though, so just go with that. Okay, let's see. You are north, so that's good. Means I don't have to turn, which is moderate. Come into here, this way. I haven't fought any Umber Hulks in a while, you're thinking, and I am about to, though. I'm glad that the random encounter Umber Hulks are gone, at least. Here's the set Umber Hulks. Let's use the Necklace of Missiles. I'm about to get another one, so I can use it up. Oh darn, poor Joe. Okay, is there anything on 5? There's nothing on 5 that's good. Now, interestingly, in addition, there are a lot of areas that don't have random encounters, which is really crazy. There are a lot of areas where the areas that do have random encounters, a lot of them are uncommon. And of those uncommon areas, most of them you can pretty easily avoid the monster fights if you don't want to fight them. Some it kind of trolls you in other ways if you try to run from the monsters, but you can still just avoid the fight regardless. So it's one of the things that's nice about this speedrun. It is a much longer speedrun than and longer game in general than the previous ones, Pool of Radiance and Secret of Silver Blades, but it's it just has certain things that make it a little bit make up for that a little bit. Okay, I don't know how far I can reach with this necklace is the problem. Right there, that'll be fine. That'll get quite a good swath of enemies. Especially if the giant snakes fail to save, that's the very best. Lizard men are super weak and they die regardless. They would have a lot more, well, they'd have 10 hit points instead of 5. They're monsters that you fight in Pool of Radiance as low-level heroes. Like, level 3, you might be expected to fight lizard men. Even with this horde of them, this is a joke. Okay, so all they have is javelins, too. That's the hilarious thing. But we have to fight several hordes of them. They have pet wyverns that I can just run from. I should be saving, too, because the snakes are pretty weak, but again, they do have a poison bite, which can kill my party, and if that happens, I am going to be very sad and lose a lot of time, so I ought to save after this fight. I haven't yet suffered that fate, but it's only a matter of time, so... A very weak fireball, but it was at least enough to take out the lizard men. Okay, use... Oh, I can... I have a bow now, too. I need to get some arrows. I should have done that before. This is my favorite, right in front of this place, because that's a transition to another map. It counts as a wall on this map, so then we have a much smaller group we're dealing with all of a sudden. Just to magic missile somebody. One more group of lizard men guards, and then the big lizard men group. I'm gonna have to wait for my group to charge forward so I can get close enough to throw out a... Oh, I need to put on those boots too. Okay, save the game. I don't really need to do much else. It isn't a difficult thing, but again, just in case I get poisoned and such. Okay, unfortunately, talking to the Lizard King does nothing, so killing them is all we can do. Well, we don't get to go first with all our guys. This can be a really long, slow fight just because there's so many. How long it takes to get through certain areas. Okay, yep, let's go right here and use Necklace of Missiles. I get a second necklace from here. I need to remember to grab it. Yeah, let's go there. Get the most snakes. Pretty good shot. I love how the AI moves sometimes. Okay, take the necklace. So that's more fireballs. We blow up this box, take a little bit of damage, release Vala, let her join. She is another of the Silver Blades who is sealed inside this box along with the staff that we needed. She's really awesome, is a high-level fighter, has really, really awesome stats. Not as good as ours because she isn't a total cheat, but she has 18 in all the important fighter stats. Whoops, I started the fight. Oh well, it's it'll be a quick fight. I need to move Vala up front so that she's closer to the enemy. Alter order, select. We'll move her up there. Excellent. Did he? Yes, he went longsword and shield because he was engaged in melee. Okay, now we go to level 7. Okay, level 7, I need to go south. Going to fight some more Umberhulks here down the line. Right here. Let's go ahead and use this wand of magic missiles, because there's not really... There's a few I could hit. They're actually pretty far away. Oh wow, there are a lot more than I thought there were. I don't remember. Are there this many in that fight? I can't remember. Should actually be using the wand of lightning for this encounter, actually. Need to equip those boots of speed too. Keep forgetting. New items. Oh, I didn't need to take that money. Oh well. Alright, now this is a pretty good one. Right, I get a Ring of Wizardry, which isn't, like, super necessary, but it's decent. I get 3 wands. The Core Staff of Bracers I don't need, but we'll give CJ these potions. It's extra healing largely. And now Umberhulks return. Now we have a bunch of Umberhulks. This is actually still an okay place to use lightning, really. Not a very good lightning bolt. That hit a couple of them. Alright, Staff of Oswulf. We've gained some experience. Again. We'll probably have enough to go up 2 levels, which is kind of bad because it means that we lose all that experience, but we can very quickly get enough to go up the 2nd level just by going into town and sleeping until monsters find us going out into the ruined town. Okay, now 8th level. Gonna go ahead and finish this up. Let's see, we need to go south, I believe. Yes, indeed. We're almost mostly done with Umberholtz. This is going to be the last... Should not be sharing the money. I don't need the money. Okay, am I going the right way? Yes, I am. I'm totally going the right way. Ring of Tyr that was given to us by Durf allows us to come in here, and let's see, another cloak, which he will take. The Banded Mail +5, and the Longsword versus Giants. Oh, you don't want the Longsword versus Giants. You still have a Longsword +1? That's a mistake. Okay, Joe, you don't want the Longsword +3. You want the Longsword versus Giants. Because Alex already does huge amounts of damage to Giants. Okay, and the cloak. Alright. We found all the pieces. There's one quick thing to take care of. Sarah needs to cast some spells on herself because she is nearly dead, and we're about to take a lot of damage. She's going to cast everything on herself. Okay. Alright. We have one big fight, no, 2 big fights, and some damage from a forced event And then we get to go up to town and rest and do some shenanigans. Oh, no, we do have another Umber Hulk fight on the way, too. Plus more Umber Hulks. We're getting close to the end of Umber Hulks, but we're not quite there yet. Alright, let's use this necklace of missiles up. You really need to use it up by now. Oh my word. That was awesome. Really good. Okay. Yeah, I'm not lost. Flee from the wyverns, of course. Save just in case, because things could get ugly. And you never know when I can accidentally attack some wyverns and they can poison me to death. Ouch, lots of damage, and then the Umber Hulks attack. Yep. Adding insult to injury. So what's going on here is that the black circle has put up a teleporter that is preventing anyone from getting to a certain level of the dungeon. And so we have to get past the 8th level to the 9th level or deeper. And so in order to get to the 9th level and the 10th level, we have to find this malfunctioning teleporter, which teleports us to the 9th level conveniently. But because it's malfunctioning, it teleports us badly, and we arrive taking a lot of damage, as we did. Oh god, two confused people. That is not good. Good news is nobody's next to them right now. I hope they get to go next and berserk at the enemies who are next to them instead. That was a good necklace of missiles. Yeah, berserking. Okay, we're good. Alright, now that we've done that, now we have to defeat the enemies guarding that and destroy it. And that will allow us to go to the final level, but before we go there, we're going to have some great fun. Running back home and doing shenanigans. Advance. Attack. Let's use this other necklace. There we go, perfect. And a perfect damage does everything. So we break it. Now we can take the barrier up to the temple level. We go back up to Durton. He has a reunion with Vala, his old friend. And then he restores the staff for us. Congratulations, party has gained experience. Staff assembled. Okay, time to go do some shenanigans now and then conquer the dungeon. Need to go to town. Oh, we need to go to town through the teleporter. Okay, we certainly have enough experience to level. Oops, I did not learn what I wanted to learn. That's unfortunate. But, oh well, I don't need a whole lot anyway. Okay, good. She is not 2 levels up. He is not 2 levels up. He is not 2 levels up. And he is not. Okay, good. So we don't have to worry about double leveling. We have just enough experience, so... what did I cast with him? I cast the fireball. And I didn't get a 5th level spell, unfortunately, which kind of sucks because that's the whole reason I have this other one. Oh well. Slight mess up. Not a huge deal. Exit. Fix. Okay. Now time to get rid of stuff and money and find out what we've got here. Okay, I need to drop that +3, Batman +5, although I want it not there actually. And I can drop the shield. Ring of Fire Resistance. Oh, let's identify it. Don't need the invisibility. Longsword versus Giants is a +2 longsword in addition to other stuff. Okay, I'll extra healing, which is good. Okay, and he has that. Cloak of Displacement, 20 arrows +2. He needs some more arrows. Mace +4, drop the mace +2. And you, most important. Paralyzation we don't need. Another Wand of Ice Storm, another Wand of Lightning, so I need to start using them up. Want Ring of Wizardry. I don't really need the Ring of Wizardry. I shouldn't grab it because it doubles my 5th level spells, which is pointless now anyway, and I never even cast them when I have them, so that's silly of me, but I do it anyway. Okay, now... Alright, let's go ahead and... We still have that pooled. So let's go ahead and buy a lot of arrows. A lot of arrows. A lot of arrows. All it is no good. A lot of arrows. And a lot of arrows. Okay. Bob first. Join all those arrows. 149. All it doesn't have any. Trade those arrows to Bob. Trade those arrows to Bob. $255. Trade those arrows to Jinx. Join. Trade the arrows to Jinx. Trade the arrows to Jinx. Let's feed Jinx again because I did double. Okay, that's probably enough for him because he's not going to be doing anything. So, all right, still have 700 platinums. First thing we need to do is go into the bank. We can deposit items in the bank, and we tell Vala we really need her to deposit her shield. Don't worry, you'll get it back, we promise. Deposit the silver shield. Drop the chainmail. Now we want to withdraw. And we need Alex to take the silver shield +3. Oh, there's a shield +3 and a potion of giant strength in there. Interesting. Let's see, because I dropped it, apparently. That's really interesting, that even the potion of giant strength, which I don't remember getting. But whatever, we exit. Oh, I think it's actually kept by other people, too, possibly other games. That might be interesting. Let's see, so... Because I possibly don't. Now, I need to go into the training hall. I need to save the game as A. I need to remove Jinx from the party. I need to add a character to the party named Bags. And now we're going to view Alex and trade the Silver Shield +3, the Banded Mail +5, the Boots of Speed, and the Girdle of Giant Strength to Bags. Joe needs to trade the Cloak of Displacement to Bags. CJ needs to trade nothing. Bob needs to trade a Cloak of Displacement to Bags. Now we're going to remove Bags from the party. And now we're going to drop the party because I'm tired of them and I'm going to start a new game. Now we're going to load game A up. Let's play this game again. Let's remove Jinx from the party. Add Bags to the party. View Bags as items. The Silver Shield can go to Joe. Bad Mail +5 can go to Joe. Boots of Speed can go to Joe. Girdle to Joe. Cloak to Alex and CJ. Now let's remove Bags from the party. Let's save the game as A. Let's add Bags back to the party. Let's view Alex. Check out his items. Oh, look, he has this neat girdle for Bags. He has these boots of speed for bags, this banded mail for bags, the silver shield for bags, and this cloak of displacement for bags. Joe has his girdle of giant strength for bags, boots of speed for bags, and a silver shield and cloak of displacement. And another cloak of displacement for bags. And finally, oh, you don't have anything. Bob has another cloak of displacement for bags. Now, bags should have 3 cloaks of displacement. Nope, he has 4. He can drop 1. 2 girdles, 2 of everything else. Okay, good. Remove him from the party, and then we drop the party. Load save game A again. Add a character bags to the party. View character bags. Items. Girdle of giant strength goes to CJ. Boots of speed CJ. Banded mail shield. And cloak to Vala for now. 2 cloaks to Sarah. That's all the cloaks I need. Girdle to Bob. Boots to Bob. Banded mail Bob. Silver shield to Bob. Okay. Now we remove bags from the party. Save the game as A. Add bags back to the party. Check out some stuff we want to give bags. We want to give him 3 more girdles of giant strength, 2 more banded mails, 3 more of those, 3 more silver shields. Alright, so girdle, boots, banded mail, silver shield, and silver shield, boots, girdle. Alright, 3 girdles, 2 silver shields, 2 band mails, 3 silver shields, 3 boots of speed. Okay, that should be everything. Drop the party again, because I've given up on this party that has nothing anymore. Load up a party that actually has something. Add bags, who was removed from the party and has all these items back in. Okay, Vala can now get all of this. Told you you'd give you your thing back. Let's see, 2, 3, 4. And these 3 are for our other companion. Okay, now we remove bags. Oh, blast. I wasn't supposed to do that. We're going to drop bags B just to make sure that nothing gets interfered because it can other stuff. Now we add Jinx to the party. Okay, now it's time to properly equip ourselves. Suddenly have armor class -11. Oh yes, drop these. I could have also done swords +3, but I don't really need them that badly right now. I'll get better sword that I'll be dealing with later. These silver shields are especially important because I'm going to be fighting a lot of powerful enemies very soon that will turn me to stone, but silver shields count as holding a silver mirror so you can reflect the gaze so you won't die. Very, very important. So I need to trade those 4 items to Jinx, but I actually need the equipment to do it. So I need to get rid of the shield. He just has too much stuff otherwise. I'm going to trade a lightning and an ice storm wand to Sarah for now so that he has a bit of space. Oh, I need to identify that longbow too. Secret of the Silver Shield, indeed, actually. The Silver Shield is a very vital thing for this section. It's a small section, but I lose a bunch of characters if I don't properly do all of this, so yeah. Alright, now he has all those equipped. Need to use up the necklaces especially, and then the wand of magic missiles, and then the other ice storm and lightning so I can replace them. So he needs to just use items for a while. Okay, all of that reloading has messed up my thing a little bit, but that's okay. Now I can go to the dungeon, which requires me to go back to the temple. Go back to the mine shaft. descend to the bottom level B. And actually, Bob needs to, just to be safe. And because there are some poisonous enemies as well that can, again, instant kill me, and that's not safe. How far away are they? Way too far for me to do anything, darn it. I'll have to delay. Gaze! Joe reflects it with the silver shield. That's why we have them. All these basilisks and Medusa. They don't protect us from the cockatrices, which if they hit us can also turn us to stone, but luckily otherwise the cockatrices are pretty weak. There we go. That's why you save it. Doesn't happen very often, but unfortunately silver shields don't protect against hits. Again, it's very... Last time I ran this, my main time loss was right here because I overestimated my ability to easily take out. I should say I underestimated the just the poison creatures and got bitten by a giant spider and died, which my character should be able to make these saving throws, but... Okay, much better to... Nope, he's still trapped behind people. That's rough. Trying to get unstoned is such a big pain, especially since my characters aren't high enough level to use the 6th level thing, and now there's almost nobody worth hitting. Well, 1 magic missiles. 10 damage. Almost killed the cockatrice. Okay, there we go. Much better. So I need to save after every battle just so that I don't have to redo too many fights. For a lot of these fights, it would probably be safe to have my archer in the back still, but some of their gazes are deceptively long, so just as good to let him charge forward and just make sure that he's absolutely invincible. Okay, now finally, this is appropriate. Now I can use my necklace of missiles. And I need to use that wand of ice storm as well to start. Yeah, I need to be a little bit closer. Oh well. I don't want to do too much damage to my own characters with fireballs. I have a lot of healing, but it's still better to... I didn't save. That's okay. There'll only be 2 fights. And this is super low chance of dying from these guys. Giant centipedes are 1st level monsters, still capable of killing me with poison hits, but not the worst by any means. Okay, necklace of missiles. Probably could have used an ice storm too in this place, would have been okay, but this will kill more anyway. And the giant centipedes are all going to die no matter how weak the fireball is. They have like 3 hit points, maybe 2 hit points. I didn't even see it. 1 moved, I could have seen it, but I didn't. Turn to stone. Turn to stone, nice, triple. Save. Pretty soon we'll be done with Medusa for quite a while. And by the time we do it again, we'll have even better silver shields. That will wipe out all the giant spiders. Nice, and that's the one threat in this because, again, we're totally immune to gazes. I think, actually, technically, the Medusa has a poisonous bite as well, but that's the least significant of their threats. Although, again, poison, since it instant kills, is always bad. Oh, jeez, a 6-point. I got hit, but luckily not poisoned to death. Much better. Oops. Oh well. That was actually a random encounter, not one of the set encounters. Got a little bit over anxious, but oh well. They're just more basilisks and stuff who are going to breathe on me, or try to gaze on me unsuccessfully, so whatever. Let's use the Wand of Lightning a little, because I can actually get through some of them. That was a nice one. Yay, turn to stone. Should have used the Wand of Lightning anyway. Oh well. Okay, this is the next to last fight of them. Or actually, maybe it is the last fight. Yeah, this one's the huge group. It's another thing there. We do fight another group, but it's a little bit different. Okay, it is, yeah. This is a great place for lightning bolts if I can get there. Ooh, especially since he killed that for me. Excellent. I can line up right there. Oh, now everybody's going to be moving out of the way, though, because I delayed. Here's the last group. Very interesting group. Medusa up front, Margola's in the middle, Basilisks behind. So many monsters going. Okay, let's use Ice Storm for a decent AoE. Good. Nice thing about Ice Storm is you can't save against this damage, so whatever you roll is the damage. Otherwise, it's odd that it's a 4th level spell. It's kind of inferior to Fireball. A lot of other fantasy role-playing games, and especially even later editions of D&D, did a much better job of making different elements of different weapons, of different spells of different elements, so that everything was more balanced. But first edition AD&D is really horrible at I should have advanced on them, actually, because these guys are casters and other things. I think I have boots of speed to charge all the way. Okay, that was easy. Okay. Alright, now I have to be careful in this fight because all of these guys are casters. Now is the time, now that I'm done with Medusa, I can go back to using my bow. Why don't I have my cloak equipped? So, this is a great time to use another Necklace of Missiles shot. Because the Driders can cast, and of course the Mages can cast. All of them can cast. I need to damage them all, or they will start throwing lightning bolts at me and doing a lot of damage. It's not super duper threatening, and I'm about to hit a save point, but it's still both long, and if they all get a lightning bolt off and target the same person, they could actually kill, too, not just knock unconscious, which would be the worst. I attacked with my wand, or bare hand, which is the equivalent. Alright, oh yes, actually. This fine longbow is super awesome, and now Vala is going to be relegated to, archer status. Found a teleporter. And 8:14, I'm going to go back to town. $8.14 is in the back corner. So I can buy arrows for Vala, largely. But also so I can check trading. I can train some of my characters. Only, Alex, but that's okay. Okay, let's view these items and get everything going. So we're going to trade this to Vala. And now the fine longbow allows me to use my strength bonus in damage. And since I have this very wonderful girdle of storm giant strength, or it's cloud giant strength actually, strength 23, that allows us to do a huge amount of damage. I need to stick Sarah up front because of that now. What have I... It doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're going to buy Vala some arrows. Buy Sarah some arrows. Buy CJ some arrows. And buy Alex some arrows. Now view Vala. Join ready your arrows. And there should be enough arrows for her for the end of the game. So now I have 3 potential back row archer types, which just is a little bit more... what's the word I'm looking for? It's just a little bit better. Did I use any spells? I don't think I used any. Nope. A little better for auto combat, essentially. So that my people are not falling over themselves as much, getting in each other's way. Now there are, amazingly, no random encounters in the dungeon, only a few fights. Let's see, your breath. Whoops. Oh no, it's your heart. Your heart is first, darn it. Oh well, good thing I used that well. So you can ask him for the answer to the question. Why didn't that activate automatically? Okay, let's see. Now, the dungeon, I need to find areas 22, which is going to take a while. I have to go through this battle here. It's not a terrible one, though, just some hydras. Pyrohydras, specifically, which are loaded things. Let's see, I can actually quick combat here, except for you. Because his fine longbow doesn't give any pluses to hit, and so he actually thinks that it's not a good weapon. even though it lets him do 2 attacks constantly in all sorts of awesome ways. It's really awesome high damage at range is what I should say. The rest of the characters now, they'll run the wrong direction, but I can have them quick combat. Took a couple of hits. Alex is fine though, he's got a lot of hit points. Alright, and now here. Alright, answer the riddle. You must keep it after giving it. What is it, your word? All these dad joke things here. Let's see. Yes, this is the way I want to go. It's light as a feather, but you can't hold it. That is your breath. Although I believe that breath was also a viable answer to the other one, but it doesn't accept it. Okay, we need 3 keys in the final done area of the game, and you have to pick them up during this dungeon. So it's pretty amusing. If that's the word you want to use. Excellent, lots of damage. CJ is confused, which is bad, but oh well. Now we get the brass key. We need a brass, silver, and gold key over the course of this little escapade. It's really amazing that in the dungeon there are no random encounters. 1 word. Has a mouth but does not speak. Has a bed but does not sleep. It's a river. Crimey one. You crazy madman. Okay, next set of maps. Okay, the next zone I'm looking for is number 39, which also has a couple of good items. Let's see, we have to go this way. Yep. One device storm still has charges, so at least I can start using them up. Very weak ice storm again, 7. It does like 46 plus 4 or something. It can't be that much because you never roll 7 otherwise, but it's not a small amount. One word, smoother and I'm most default kind of climb is water. Crazy madman. Wait. 39, yeah, not 33, so... Yeah, I didn't think there was anything on this level. Super easy level. 1 word, you break it even if you name it. It is silence. Luckily, there's no penalty except getting teleported, but that can waste a lot of time for movement, so we definitely want to avoid it if possible. Okay, this is where the silver is going to be, along with some pretty neat items. Right in here. Pyrohydras are guarding the silver key. We attack them. In most of these gold box games, whenever you're given the opportunity to advance on monsters, what advancing actually does is moves the monsters towards you, hilariously. That looks like a good shot. Nice, hit all 4. That was good. Wasn't a lot of damage, but oh well. Oh, wait, yes. Share, take... Okay, the bracers are +2. It's another necklace. which I'm going to give to, not Vala, Sarah for now, so I can use more necklaces. And then what's the wand is no good. It's like paralyzation or something. Silver key. And we gain experience. Hooray. One word. It passes the sun, makes no shadow. What is it? Wind. Surprised it isn't the wind. I am the wind. Whoosh. Move. Such an annoying place. Dungeon is actually not bad because, okay, we parley with the Gynosphinx, give money. She tells us stuff it doesn't really matter. But it's faster to do that than to start a battle with her, and you have to either start a battle or parley with her to get through for some reason. There are a couple of Gynosphinxes separated throughout the area, and they all... Nope, I want to use Ice Storm definitely, because fire giants are immune to fire. Amazingly. Which doesn't apply to all fire-using things. Hellhounds are not, but whatever. But they will give you clues about where the keys are, so that's how you learn about them normally. But we don't need them. Okay, need to be careful here, actually, because I don't want to go in there. Oh, dear. Yep, we get those two fights. How did I go forward so far? I was trying not to, because I don't want to go in this room. It doesn't give anything worthwhile, and it's two long fights. It was like I was forced forward or something. Either that, or it would be something along the lines of cheese. The footsteps coming behind me. Oh jeez, attacks. Power Hydra's attack. Okay, well, this is a free time save if and I ever... Okay, now I need the necklace back again because it looks like I've used it up. That's good. Lightning might have been better. It said steps were coming behind me as I stepped, I think, and so I thought as I quit it I needed to go a certain amount of steps, but I actually stepped... was in the middle of stepping or something. I don't know. Regardless, it's done. Technically, the flail is slightly better than the mace, but not enough to be worth the time of even getting it. Answer, one word. You feel it, it lives. You give it something to drink, it dies. It is fire. Feed it, it lives. Okay, 2 levels left. This is a set encounter, even though it isn't on the map for some reason. Longsword versus giants. We slaughter giants with it. Oh yeah, I need to trade the necklace to him too. Oh, he finally used up the Wand of Ice Storm. Good. Let's try the Wand of Light. Now let's just use the Wand of Magic Missiles. Yeah, there's not enough AoE to do anymore. Not in this group. Okay, need to transfer the... Okay, Sarah, transfer the necklace to Jinx and the Wand of Ice Storm to Jinx. Okay, this way. Now the madman's going to scream at us. We attack him and it goes away. We take a bit of damage from the scream, attack the image. So we just have to hit. And that's it. No more riddles. Luckily, he's gotten tired of that. Tried to stop us by annoying us to death. It did not work. Hear noises to the south. We don't care about the noises in the south. We're just trying to get out of here. Another set encounter here. Guard mages. We need to kill the mages first, so I don't want to auto-attack. Okay, I can probably get all... Nope, only a couple of mages. I needed to fireball instead. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Wanted to guarantee I'd hit enough of the mages. They're going to throw lightning bolts themselves. What was he casting? Might have been protection from normal missiles, which would be unfortunate. Well, doesn't matter. Whatever it was, he's dead. Now I can quick combat my guys again. If they survive, they don't. 26 damage because he destroys that and some other stuff. More guards. Wand of Ice Storm. Which... won't get that mage, but that's okay. Wasn't a very good one, but that's okay. Excellent. So all the mages are damaged. Okay, strange noises from the door to the east. We want to go there because that's where the gold key is, the last and final key. The purple worms, which I forgot to attack, or forgot to save against. Hopefully they will not kill me, but no guarantees. They have an instant death attack, which is what's scary about them. And they have a lot of hit points too, 34 hit points. Because they can swallow whole. First edition AD&D was really awful with some of the status effects. So many were instant kills. Poison was worse than just instant death because you'd killed you and then you had done poison and then... Wait, gold key, does it have anything good? 6 random. No, a ring isn't going to be any good either. Nope, I can't... Oh yeah, save. Me. Alright, before some monsters run towards us, we let them pass because they're running away from more purple worms. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and cast a haste spell. Make this battle go a little more smoothly. .48 movement speed, how is that? I don't know how many I'll hit, but it should be a decent amount. Looks like it's about all of them. Yeah, nice. That's it, I think. Okay, and with that, the dungeon is conquered. Now this is the first place where we can't just easily avoid any random encounters. But we can still avoid them, but they have the potential to be very annoying and nasty. Because we can flee, and it turns us around. And so we can turn around immediately, but they will keep following us. Which, when we get it in a straightaway like this, it's annoying. Because we have to just keep going on. If we get them on a corner, we can avoid them more easily. Luckily, once we get there, we're through and we don't have to worry about it anymore. So if I get them in one of these places that's lines like this, it's easy to avoid them and I don't get hit by that all the time, but it's on one straightaways, gets very annoying very fast. I want to avoid most of the combat, so monsters are still following me, but I outsmarted them because I didn't walk into them. Once I have one group of monsters following me, though, I don't have to worry about it anymore. Until I, you know, leave into the next area. Okay, now we go straight here. Probably don't need to safety save as much as I'm doing, because, again, I can avoid all the fights if I'm smart, but just in case. Goody, right on the corner. This is excellent. For a long straightaway, I ought to run into a wall. You can entice random encounters by running into a wall. It makes them come more easily for some reason. It basically counts as if you moved in checking for things like random encounters, so I ought to do that right before a long straightaway like this one. Maybe this is a mistake. There we go. Induce an encounter. Flee. Turns me around. Now I can just run away. Along the long straightaway. I guess I can't get an encounter here. Flee. Catch up to me here, but now I'm going to beat them right there. Let's see, bunch of people here. We have to attack. I'm going to use Wand of Fireballs for this because it has much longer range than Nicholas missiles, and it lets me instantly damage these ones. Now the guards we're fighting are pretty high level. They're wearing like all +3 plate mail and +3 longswords or something pretty crazy, or at least all +2s. Theoretically, I could loot them for better longswords, but it's not really worth it. Where's my fireballs wand? There it is. Let's go and use Nicholas. Oh, I need to improve my bracers too. Oh, darn. Like, people got too close. Oh well. Should have used Ice Storm. I was kind of afraid, but I thought it would be close enough there. He can't see. There we go. Seriously? He had only one arrow though, so I was too surprised. Just leave. Okay, save again in case I kill myself too much. Now we have a bunch of frost. We get attacked by frost giants, and then we get attacked by more mages, so that's bad. I ought to quit the auto combat so that I can get the mages in the next battle. I should have had it before the last one too, but oh well. Because I got lucky and Jinx went first, I didn't have to worry about the casters casting. I was able to hit them first. This is finally the run I've needed for a while. I'm already 7 minutes ahead, despite the fact that it hasn't been the best RNG and stuff. Getting several random Umberhold fights unavoidable in the mines is really bad. I usually get 0, and I got, what, 3, 4? Something pretty crazy. Now, the giants have just been living up here in the mountains, but as they've, as the Black Circle has been melting the glacier, of course, oh, they're all dead. That's been threatening the frost giants, plus they've been trying to wipe them out. And so now the Black Circle laughs, so we've taken out the frost giant guards for them. So they're in, but the frost giants are naturally evil, so they don't trust humans. They don't like us. And so we're going to have to fight a lot of them. Eventually we'll be able to pacify them, which is faster than fighting our way through the whole thing. Plus it actually is double bonus of doing the right thing and not fighting this time. instead fighting the black circle not only avoids more fighting throughout the thing and gives us the treasure of the giants easily, it also will allow us to instantly cross the frost giant's place as we need to, which means we can go home and train here as soon as we're done with the giants, because we should get enough to level again after the giants from this. I'm going to use a wand of magic missiles, actually. Yes. And then instantly cross back. It's very, very convenient. Now I can quit combat again, actually. Except for you. Oh yeah, and you. All right. Not a bad place to get an encounter, again. But this area has got a lot of curves and stuff in it anyway, so I turn myself around a little bit. We're coming up, once we get through the Frost Giant Village, it's the last place where we, the last place we can get encounters is the Eastern Crevice. I'm going the wrong direction, actually. And in the Eastern Crevices, we cannot avoid any fights. So the human fights are really dangerous, so that's where I'm going to be saving. And the only time I'm going to be saving, quitting, reloading when I get into battles. Okay, now I get Cone of Cold, so I can finally memorize some 5th level spells. Okay, the fighters do need to fight another battle. Luckily, any map experience will do it, so we were just going to come here and use a Wand of Lightning, for goodness sake. This is an excellent position for that. Okay. Now the fighters get to level again, and I think that's the only people in here level that Alex doesn't. Jinx doesn't, I know. Coming up on my 13th level fighter, which will increase my strength by a decent amount. Okay, now we're going to memorize. Get my heal spells, which is the ultimate healing spell. You roll 1d4 hit points to heal, that's all you get, but the 1d4 is how many hit points you are missing when it's done. I cast a haste spell, 2 cones of cold. Okay. Now it's time to go pacify the frost giants. It's a lot of fights and stuff. Not very dangerous because all they do is physical damage, but things can always go wrong. But they have a lot of hit points, so yes, this is the one back to the frost giants. And here we have guards here. Unfortunately, talking is useless. Even though we want to pacify them, we have to beat them down until they have no choice but to listen to us. Yeah, I can't quite reach. That'll do. Now, the Ranger, because of their class and weapon, the ranger and the... okay, I can use the Wand of Lightning now. Ranger and Joe with his longsword versus giants will basically automatically kill with their enormous strengths as well any giant that they hit in one swing, which is super convenient. Break free, and now we have to break through barriers. The giants are tossing things at us this whole time. Tossing rocks down on us from some sort of guard post they're able to see that we really aren't. Don't quite understand how it works, but whatever. Luckily we didn't take too many hits this time, but we have to go through a couple of these barriers before we can really get at them. Until we bust our way all through to the middle, then we have 2 more fights against giants, and then finally we'll meet the king. He'll be the one person willing to listen to us. We tell him that seriously, we don't care about you guys, we're against the Dreadlord. He's like, prove it. They've Black Circle as people coming. So we help him fight that. We actually get Frost Giant allies in that fight too, which is pretty neat. They don't do a lot, but I have had them get kills before. Charging out 2 side doors. And pretty much same setup. Use the necklace of missiles to inflict a lot of damage to as many as possible. Alright, that's that group. No choice to attack these guys. I'm gonna go ahead and use the fireball wand because it can hit them all. I'll miss 1 mastodon. Unfortunately, longswords are not versus giants, doesn't versus giant monsters like mastodons. There are a couple of ways in which giants are actually more powerful than dragons in first edition. Dragons are glass cannons. They don't have a whole lot of hit points compared to a lot of the ultra powerful monsters. Of course, it's a different level curve too. You generally don't fight as powerful stuff in first edition as you do in later editions. I wonder if one of those was a random encounter. Might have been. Okay, I don't have the necklace anymore, so I have to use the wand if I'm using it. I have the ice storm as well, and I need to do the other. I think this is actually a random encounter, which I've been forced into. Not a big deal. We burn through them fast enough. Yeah, I don't recognize this one at all. Very unfortunate. It's going to lose me a few minutes, but I'm still way ahead of schedule for this portion of the game. Doing quite well. Oh, geez, that one ran around there. I can't see him from there. I was certain I could. Okay, that's a big waste of time that happened. The maps are based on our actual terrain we go into here. Okay, here's the last fight we're supposed to have, and it's pretty annoying still. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can actually do lightning bolts. I come in here. Oh, I didn't have lightning bolt anymore though. That's right. Well, I'm just going to shoot them. I need to trade that other lightning bolt wand. I forgot to do it. That's unfortunate. Oh well. How it goes. It's not a super great place for lightning bolts, just decent. This is one of the worst formations possible, too. Just everybody spread out against the back like this. Not bad if you have a lot of lightning bolts to throw, but not having them puts me down a little. Because he's maxes as a 7th level fighter since he's a mage, he doesn't have the best 2-hit. One of the reasons why it's better just to have him use items and stuff for the most part. Talk. Do we agree to help? Yes. So now first... Oh, I forgot to cast haste. That's kind of bad. I can cast it in battle, but who it affects is a lot harder. I might go ahead and do it, though. Because I can probably target the important people. And hope that it has a high range. I'm going to cast it on myself. Okay. Everybody's hasted then except for my cleric, which isn't, you know, ideal for her, but she's the least important person to be hasted, so not bad. So now I get 4 attacks per round. And it should still last beyond combat, even though I used it in combat. So it'll work on the second fight as well, or should anyway. I forgot once again to do that, but oh well. I don't think it will affect the giants more, actually, but now the Black Circle Mages follow up the attack. Alright, let's go ahead and use a wand of Ice Storm to damage these last 2. Yeah, right there. That will hit. That will not. Okay. Casting lost. Perfect. What if they are hasted? The giants, if it counts them. This is the last fight with them, though. All done. Okay, we don't need their treasure. He thanks us and gives us his, though. So the fire giants, or the frost giants, have longsword, shield, and plate mail plus 4. Don't need the plate mail, but I can take the longsword and shield plus 4. Because why not? Are there 3 potions of extra healing? Yeah, go ahead and take those. I don't usually need them, but if I get really, really hurt and run out of things, it's good to have them as backup. Yes, I don't need that because I'll get a better silver shield later on too. That'll do for now. Be a slight improvement. We want to go to the dungeon first. So we can take the teleporter back to town. And rest as well as sell. Always get turned around just to where I am. This is better. And that is Frost Giants pacified. I can go ahead and do that. Where my splits are is kind of a inexact science anyway. Cleric is levels up. It's good. Jinx will become a level 11 magic user. Gets his last spell. Hold monsters. So that's everybody. So there is a few level ups here, so that's good. Let's do a haste and fireball. I didn't cast another one. Ice Storm, Cone of Cold. Hold monsters maybe you can do, but I don't trust enemies to make saves at this point. It's so hard for them to do so. Prayer, the ones that are important to hold person works on anyway. I'll just have the cleric do it. Prayer, dispel magic. I'm not using either, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, now time to head for the castle. Through the eastern crevices. So we go back to the Frost Giants. And now we don't have to go through their dungeon. They want us to be escorted through the village. They let us go east. Something seems wrong within. Okay, now I need to make saves because that is the fight I don't want. Fighters and other things are very low armor class, very high hit points, do a lot of damage with magic weapons. They're actually more dangerous than most of the monsters. The monsters are easy, those are the fights I want. Humans, definitely not. Especially when they have mages, but even the fighters just take too long. This, on the other hand, is a pretty easy fight. 27 hit points, low armor class, done. See, not faster to save and reload. This is a set battle. A frost giant is trying to induce more of the frost giants to... Cloud giant is trying to induce more of the frost giants to fight us. Giants, giants, giants everywhere. We're going to fight a bunch of frost giants later on, too. Yeah, I could have given the +3 longsword to other people as well, but... this is not worth the time. We're going to get +5 and +5 shields real soon here. Not a good fireball wand. Maybe should have just cast my own. Couple of big fights in the crevices. This is a very, very long place, and again, it's the only place in the game where I get lots of annoying encounters that I can't do anything about. Except, you know, fight them. Couple of weak fireballs, well. Oh yeah. Now you're no longer in melee combat. According to the rules of first edition D&D, this is another one of those stupid things about first edition D&D. I mean, just seriously, each round of combat takes a minute. So the fact that you can, I should say, change your armor in combat rounds, which most games that allow any kind of equip change don't allow that because it makes sense not to allow it. Kind of makes sense when you have a full minute for your round, but it doesn't make sense that you make only one attack. That's the fight we don't want. The Dungeon Master's Guide says, no joke, that each combat round is a minute because when you have a fight going on, people are fighting each other constantly. Many attacks are going off, not just the one you get per combat round, but only one. You only have a chance at one good hit normally until you're a fighter that's high level, and then you can get a couple chances of a good hit in combat. Which is why certain ranged weapons, wow, bad luck. Comes in spades usually with this game. You have to reload it a couple times before the RNG fixes itself to do something different. But so, and that is actually a kind of way cinematically... Okay, this is an okay fight. As long as I don't get instant killed by him. Ramoraz's die fast. Do I have... Okay, I'm used up just about all my wands now, so I'm going to actually use bow for this portion. Wasting time trying to use the bow, but it's still less time than saving and reloading. See? Done. Ramorazes are a really neat kind of monster, one of my favorite. Not doing bad now. This is a higher encounter rate than a lot of the areas because you will get, you know, things like that going on. But it's still better, again, a lot better than Curse of the Azure Bonds or Pool of Radiance, most of those areas where I can take a step, get an encounter, reload, take a step, get an encounter again, take a step, get another encounter. It's just awful. Fortunately, the game's control scheme is a little bit different than the previous games too, because a lot of the instant let's see, is that a set encounter? I think it is. Yeah, we have no choice but to fight them. Oh, yep, this fight. Now I know which fight it is. Are any of these guys, did one of these guys start casting? No. Oh, I can't because he's here, darn it. You're just gonna delay. Let's see, use wand of fireballs. Should be able to hit all the mages. Yes, I will hit my own guys though, too. Well, I have potions of extra healing for a reason. Joe took 21, of course. Joe always has the target on his back saying, deal damage to me. I feel so sorry for my poor little nephew. Okay, now... That's why I delayed, though. So now I can finish off the wizards with a couple of arrows. Okay, let's go ahead and... Oops. I should use an ice storm, actually. There are enough of them nearby that that'll be a good thing. So, problem with auto combat, including Vala, who, like all guests, is always on auto combat, is that once they have put away their bow in Secret of the Silver Blades, they won't put it back on again for some reason. Pool of Radiance and Curse of the Azure Bonds, they're programmed to always favor the bow if it is at least comparable in power as they consider it, based on what magical items they have, weapons basically, and possibly stats as well. But in Secret of the Silver Blades, if they have a bow, they will use it unless it's significantly worse than their melee weapon. But if the minute they put on a melee weapon instead, they won't switch to a bow. Okay, we took them out anyway. Alright. Oh yeah, my heal spells will deal with this damage without too much difficulty. More bodies of dead frost giants, we don't care. Monsters attack. Frost giant or cloud giants are a pretty annoying battle with a lot of high hit point giants and mammoths. That actually looked like it might have not been that bad, but oh well. Still, even with as large as this place is, I don't reload nearly as much as I did before. But one of the annoying things about this game is that many of the menus no longer are easily shortcuttable just by using keyboard shortcuts for their names, like begin adventuring and stuff. Remoraz, this is a set one, maybe? I think it is. There are a couple of times where it looks like it's a set Remoraz attack, but easy. White dragons are actually not all that bad. Only 28 hit points on these two dragons. Oh yeah, I need to equip her on bow again. There are a few places where I can still use them. Yeah, not worth it still. But like, especially in training menus and stuff, and some of the load screens and save screens, it's one of the reasons why I've I usually would have A be my basic, my game save for starting the game, and then use B as my primary one over the course of the run that I save to. But I've switched it up a little bit here for Secret of the Silver Blades because again, it's just faster if I load from A, because some of them I have to go over to B instead of just pressing B, so I can't do it almost instantly. Believe it or not, things like water dripping and icy wind howling and frost giants are a random encounter as well. You have a chance of encountering just noise. The Moraz is fine. And of course the ice groans around you. And small earthquake rumbles through. 2 in 1. Vala provides us a little bit of useful information. Okay, and we don't want to go... We can go to a gate here, but it isn't worth it. Because of how long this place is and the random encounters. We are doing perfectly fine. Monsters in the form of wizards are not worth it. Fighters and wizards. Pyrohydras are perfectly fine. They die really fast. Oh, they're not even pyrohydras. They're just 12-headed hydras. How they shorten some of those names is great. 12 HD Hydra. Let's see. These guys are melting. This is a tough fight, but it's required. They are busy melting. Ice. Oh, thank you for not breathing, dragons. That's a lot less damage. They're melting out some pyrohydras, so if we try to come back, we not only have to fight, if we leave and come back, we not only have to fight them, we have to fight the, I keep forgetting to transfer that lightning to him too, though. Actually, we will just shoot. We're wiped out enough of them already. This actually is not all that bad a fight. I think we get another one with ancient white dragons after it, but that's not much of a fight either. Nope. That's later on. We fight that. Oh yeah, he's got that. You know it. Okay, these red dragons are on guard. They attack, so obviously not a random encounter. Let's use Wand of Ice Storm. Ah, darn. Sorry, Sarah, you're gonna take some damage. Didn't quite get close enough. Ooh, ouch. Okay, she needs a heal spell. Luckily, I have several of them. A couple anyway, and then a lot of other healing spells. Healing cure spells that, Did I just save it? Well, either way, it's still going to be faster to refight that dragon fight. I've been saving so often, it was just right before. And then I won't take the damage and have to use the heal spell, because I'll be a little bit smarter about it. I swear I will. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm a little bit further back, but it's not that bad. As long as I don't get into a huge series of encounters, but you know, RNG luck. For speedrun especially. Can't wait to see what marathon luck I get for this game. See incredible things happen, encounters I've never gotten before. Or more as. Nice. Well, at least these are quick and easy. And I need to transfer that wand. Oh no, it was after I transferred the wand already. That's good. Okay, here's the dragons. Much later than it should have been with that, but... Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Less damaging party this time. Ouch. Oh, hey, David. Thanks for the host. Alright, there are done. Oh, my word. Why do I keep getting that right after I... Okay, I'm just going to take this fight. Take this fight with... Holy cow. Okay. That's fine. No, I'm not. I'll fight the dragons again and save right after it this time, I swear. Jeez, keep getting the Castle Guard fight after that. I've been a lot better about saving this time around until now. Alrighty. Try again. Less encounters this time. One more dragon fight, and hopefully don't get breathed on anymore. One of Ice Storm. Hope for a really good roll. 23. Is even better, yes. Oh, jeez. 44 damage. To both characters. Didn't even save. They still do a nasty amount of damage here. Okay. Let's go ahead and save. And let's go ahead and cast a couple of... I'll just use my heals and be done. I have potions I can use too after that. Right. Okay, no more dragon fighting. Castle guards. No, those fights are too long. I have 3 or 4 encounters left in the crevices, which can take a little while. Save again. Okay, I went the wrong way. That's very unfortunate. That's the last time I was supposed to go forward. I didn't. Castle guards. Well, I'll actually get to start further back now. Yeah, I was supposed to go straight. And why did I keep going south then? I did it every single time, too. Oh well. Come across some dead frost giants. That's funny. They weren't there last time. Random encounters is a message saying you found dead frost giants. That's one of the best random encounters ever. Almost as good as my 0 monster encounters that I've gotten at the very end of Curse of the Azure Bonds. Random encounter. A Margoyle attacks. Congratulations, you won the battle. You got 0 experience for defeating 0 monsters. Okay. Punishing. Punishing indeed. Yeah, my camera's gone off now too. Wonder if I could take time to fix that during a random encounter battle. Haha. I was just about to encamp and save too. Okay, now I'm finally in the area where I'm actually supposed to be, and Remoras. Okay, good. We can kill them. Darn it. Okay, so much for that. Fixed. Probably didn't need to waste time on that, but oh well. Castle guards. There's my punishment. Oh well. Castle guards are really on one today. We're almost through the eastern crevices, and that's it. End of it. Random encounters, except for technically one in the dungeon, which you have to get in the final dungeon. I mean, the Dreadlord's castle. But it's you get it out of the way, treat it like a set encounter basically, and then move on. Castle guards attack. Alright, now this is the one where I'm attacked by ice. I'll be attacked by more. Yeah, I'm gonna cast a full-size fireball. Attacked by more dragons right after this. Only 4 of them. This will. Oh, 46. Nice. Only one save. Excellent. Fight done. Now, ancient white dragons. 28 hit points each. Weakest dragons I've ever seen, especially for ancient ones. Giant ancient. Just shoot him. Oh, need to change out Vala's weapon. She was forced into melee combat, so now she's forgotten how to use a bow again until we re-equip it on her. Oh my word. White dragons. Okay, good. That's easy. And they're set way down there because of the weird thing of the battle formation. I love getting random encounters right after set battles too, and then another one. Good thing I saved right there. Now maybe they will stop giving me things. Okay, I should only have 2 battles left. Except for... not including random encounters. I'm going to lose a bit of time here for moving, but I'm so far ahead. I'm feeling pretty good regardless. Here's the red dragons. And then we have the final fight. Now Vala's... oh, darn breath. Yeah, just shoot him. You're almost done. There we go. Again, Vivala, put on her bow. Did I save before that fight? I don't think I did. Last couple stretch. Okay. Here's the dragons again. Hopefully get less breaths this time. More poundings. Good. Now Vala can shoot instead of having to move. Now we're going to save it immediately. Okay, now... final battle here in the crevices. Let's prep for it, because it's nasty. And now the Spirit of Oswulf is fighting these, trying to prevent them from entering the castle. And now the army breaks off to attack us when they spot us, and then Oswulf's going to help us out a lot. Because he's a nice guy. Now the Black Circle and their mages, which is what makes this bad fight. I had to... okay. Why I had to use... there we go. We weak fireball, but it'll prevent them all from casting. But that's why I need to have manual control so that I can more carefully plan out when I'm attacking. 4 arrows, 4 guys die. Haste is so awesome. Now, a Spirit of Oswolf says, great, here's my stuff, make use of it. Quit to DOS, reload. Remove Jinx from the party. Add a cool character named Bags. Check Alex. Transfer those to him. Remove Bags from the party. Drop the party. Load A. Add Bags back to the party. Oops, nope. Oh, he's still got those for some reason. Oh well. I need to delete him and start again then, once I'm done here. Or just drop all this. Overwrite Bags, yes. Okay, now save. Press A. Add Bags back to the party. Alex. Trade these to him. Joe again. Trade those. Remove Bags, overwrite. Drop. Load saved game A. Add Bags again. Check out Bags' stuff. Longsword for CJ. Longsword for Bob. Save game as A. Add Bags back in. View. Okay, I need only 2 more swords and 3 more shields. Okay, longsword to Vala, longsword to Sarah, Vala, and to, who doesn't have one? Is it Bob? Or is it Sarah again? Transfer both to her, right? Okay, so now we can drop that to use those. Bob has them both. Drop yes, drop yes. Okay, 2 shields. Yeah, 2 shields. Okay, I didn't transfer the other shield. That's fine. CJ. Now we have +5 banded mail for maximum movement and nearly maximum protection. Don't need the longsword versus... actually not totally true. Yeah, I don't really. I'm going to just use that. I would do a lot more damage possibly to some of the storm giants, but not as much to everything else, so it's a... toss up. Silver longsword's still better. Okay. Now we remove Bags. Add Jinx back in. View Sarah. Transfer her items to Jinx. game. We begin venturing. Move. We enter the gates. Blesses us as we pass. We have penetrated the castle. Now we need to go to... Make sure I don't mess this up this time. The third door. And then back to the second door. Yes. Okay. Here's the random encounter. Attack the Medusa. Throwing lightning bolts. Okay. I needed to... Well, I did kind of save anyway, so it's not a big deal. I need to be far enough away that I won't be gazed on, or I need to switch to my sword and shield. I would rather... Oh, I should have gone after the giant who's casting. Good, I can still... There he is. All of them basically just cast lightning bolts. Same way you'd cast any thing. Oh, I still have haste on. No wonder I'm doing so many hits and stuff. Oops, one... Ooh, jeez. 45 damage. Well, I'm going to be only one more fight before I can go back to train anyway, so I'm not super worried. What do I want to use? How about the Ice Storm? Not lightning, because giants are immune to that. Storm giants. Storm giants are supposed to be good creatures, but they like them so much as enemies, they decide to make them minions of Dreadlord as well. The, jeez. More to Bob. Good thing he's got a lot of hit points and otherwise doesn't take damage normally. Cloud giants are 50% good or evil. Frost giants are supposed to always be evil, and fire giants as well. Okay, now... need to save just in case fights. 5, 7... Is that far enough? No, it isn't. Yep, I need to go as far as 8. There we go. Alright, we wait. This pops us here. Nope, this is the wrong one. Not that it matters. It's just a small time loss. I hit this, pull this lever. This is the place I go after I go to the portal. I need to go to the portal, go home. So it is second and then third. That's why I saved. I need Vala in the back shooting arrows for some of these fights. Voila, I'm closer. There we go. Thank you for your stupidity. I'm just going to cast some magic missile to do a lot of damage quickly. Medusa luckily don't have a lot of hit points or armor class, so there we go. Now we get a portal. Luckily easy portal to reach, so I can go home, train my last level. This is going to give me 13th level fighters who get to do more attacks per round. The ranger does not, but that's okay. That's the most important level up. And now I can also sleep. Magic missile, fireball, and haste, and an ice storm. So to start casting spells, I think I cast Bless and Prayer. And both my heals, right. Back through the portal. Back through the portal. Back into Dreadlord's room. In order to leave here, I have to come into this room, fight one more battle. Try to wipe out who I can with fireballs. Hopefully a lot of them. Yeah, I'll just stick to the bow and hope that I don't get gazed on. We're good. Pull this lever, which will allow me to leave. Once I remember which these are, I need to add that to my notes that I use. Enter this one. And I need to go here. I get teleported to the next level. Flee while you still can. I think I won't. Okay, a trap. Remove, jinx. Ceiling collapse on the party. We take heavy damage. Great. What a useless thief. Disabled the trap. Congratulations, he gains experience. Great. Whoops. One too many. Now we get a maze-like area, which is easy when you have a map to know the way. We speak a password of Steel Eye, and we don't have to fight these golems. How you learn this, I really don't know. Unless you have a guide to tell you that that's what you do. This guy gives you a fake password, this voice, when these ones come, but you say the same password, the Steel Eye. And the iron golems leave you alone. You can then pass through the secret door. We are on the final level. Final area. Many fights in here. But no random encounters, amazingly. We let the Lich attack first, and it's just an image of the Lich, so he leaves us alone. We come through here. We have to bash it. It's a magical field that looks like it's electrical, but it's just an illusion. If you pick the lock, though, bad stuff happens. Okay, now, order is... Did I write down the order? No, I didn't. But it's silver, gold, brass, I believe. Yes, silver key. You get nasty trap stuff happen to you if you don't do the right one. We speak and we say that we are Oswulf, and he says, enter, brother, otherwise things happen. So you have to lie in order to proceed. That's right, kids. Remember, lying is always the right answer. Now, this is a big fight, so we want to cast a haste spell. I should have memorized another haste spell, too. I'm not going to cast haste for this one. I do have another blessed prayer, so we'll cast a blessed prayer for this, and that's all. Okay. I'm actually going to... Yeah, I need to take them out first. Seriously? Attack couldn't hit. Okay, I used my last wand of fireball. A bit unfortunate. But I have still Wand of Ice Storms and Wand of Lightning. So, is this the place I want to be? No, I need to go one more so I can hit all of the clerics with it. Pretty weak lightning bolt, but it did damage to all the clerics, so I'm not going to get hold person on me, which is devastating. Since that means that I will be one-shot by whatever. Only get one this time, but oh well, I'll shoot the last one. Okay, the actually dangerous cockatrice is the last dangerous one, otherwise they just do damage to me, which I can take damage. Can he not? He cannot see the cockatrice, okay. Move there then. Now you can see the cockatrice. Okay. So let's see. 3 fights left. Oh, okay. This is the gold, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check though, because yes, gold key. Whoever can try it. Gold. Hydra growls as we open. Alright, here's the second to last. There are technically 4 fights left. The final battle is actually not very tough. It's the penultimate fight, which is the really hard one. This one is also really hard. Bunch of powerful things, so we're going to do that. Save the game, just in case something goes wrong. Because we can get a lot of hold person spells, and especially if the cleric is held. Oh, that's... Oh. I attacked, so unfortunately now I am getting... Good. That should have cost him a spell. Whoops. Jeez. If I hadn't attacked, I'd still be invisible, and I could have moved around without anybody doing anything. 20 damage. Alright, so I'm going to have them all damaged at least. Oh, nice. 36. Good old haste spells. Okay, we took out the big fighter with his plate mail, +5, and everything else he's got. We don't care about it. Now we try the brass key. Now we get a bunch more pyrohydras, the largest hydras I've ever seen. They're 16-headed. 16 heads on a single creature to main account. Luckily our haste spell doubles for this fight too, which is why it's a good reason to use it there. Okay, here's the penultimate fight, the ultimate fight, the major one. Okay, Sarah, let's go ahead and cast Heal on Joe and on Vala. Cure serious wounds on herself. Cure critical wounds on Jinx. Cure serious wounds on everybody. Okay, I think that's enough. Cast Prayer, cast Bless, cast another Haste. Okay, here we go. Hopefully we can damage some of these enemies before they... Yes, there's a lot of hold person, hold monster mages. The Lich cast hold person, lots of lightning bolts. This is just awful. Let's cast a big fireball. Oh, good. I think we got a surprise round. That is so nice that the surprise from the ranger kicked in for the final fight. Now, the Lich is immune to most spells. I think he has a Globe of Invulnerability on, something of the sort. But, ooh, Lightning Bolt. Ooh. Nasty damage, but again, 57 points, too. Oh, I can't even target the Lich with my... he's also got, like, invisibility, so we can't target him with stuff. He's got a lot of powerful protections and things, but... Oh, God, he got a lightning bolt. Well, Vala can take 50, Alex can take 52, but not very often. Ice Storm. Darn it. Bandage. Not too bad, though. We can bring him up really quickly. Can't even... Oh, I can target him because he did something, I think. Alright, that's it. Don't care about stuff. We need to destroy his phylactery, though, so we have to search for it. Let's have Sarah cast Cure Serious Wounds on Jinx. So he's recovered. Time to trade all of these potions to Jinx so he can do something with them and get his hit points back and not be killed instantly. And he's at 67 hit points. Good enough. This is not a super hard fight. We'll save just in case. Explore the room, and we get a bunch of... Oh, darn. I forgot to do several things. Oh, well. I forgot to take Vala's bow off, so giving her the sword and shield was pretty much useless, but oh well. Her bow will do nothing against the iron golems because they have to be hit by +3 weapons, and she only has a +2 bow and +1 arrows. Yep, it literally did nothing. Oh well. But this is an easy fight regardless. We still have our haste as well, so... Except maybe on Jinx? Hard to say. Because he got knocked unconscious. Of course, with our silver shields, the Medusas mean nothing. Vala could get turned to stone. I don't even care at this point because it's the final battle. I don't need her or anyone else anymore. Just got finished off the last couple iron golems. There are a lot of iron golems in the game. This is the only required fight against them. And now we get the image. We've destroyed the phylactery. The spirits return to heavens, and that's it. Game over. 253. Finally. That was a really, really good run. Quite a few mistakes. Blowing everything in the eastern crevices and missing that time. That set me back quite a bit. So I can... Yeah, as I get better at this and... get a little more used to it, I'll definitely be able to chop this down a bit more. So that's a good run, though. At this point, the game is over, but you can still do stuff. It's pretty hilarious. You can go talk to the well. It has nothing for you, but it tells you congratulations. Now you can do stuff. Brave warriors, you have defeated the Dreadlord and saved the Forgotten Realms from his depredations. Your fame shall live forever in Elminster's chronicles. The well is nothing further for you. The powerful force pushes you out of the well area. Thanks, well. And then you go to town, and they're all so busy partying, you can't even use any of the shops. The only one that's working is the tavern, where they give you so much free beer you pass out and wake up in the mayor's house. And that's it. You can go do that. You can explore other places, I guess, but you can't level or visit shops because they're too busy partying. So that's how this game ends. Whatever. We have saved the Forgotten Realms from the Dreadlord and done it in under 3 hours. Once I get a whole lot more used to this and start being able to remember things properly, I should be able to get it closer to 2.5 hours, I think. It hasn't gone down as much, comparatively, as my Curse of the Azure Bonds and Pool of Radiance runs have gone. I started out about 3 hours with both of those as well, and then I dropped the time so fast from cutting things out and stuff, but I pretty much eliminated almost all the superfluous stuff I can from here. Couple more, like in the dungeon, if I can avoid that one big double fight that's totally unnecessary, that'll help. Then just cleaning up some of the other fights and stuff. I'm not sure what the time loss was in securing the temple, because that always seems to take less time. I think I just split late on Black Circle Butchered on my previous one I had. It's good to finally get a sub 3 though. My listed PB is still 3 hours and 6 minutes until now, because I got a 3-hour offline, and then I got another that was better than 306, but I was horribly suffering from allergies in time and sneezing and sniffling my way through the entire run. Plus, it wasn't actually my PB since that was offline, so I didn't bother saving it. Now I can save it and keep trying for keep working on it before questing for glory next month. I should get this down to a pretty nice run. Thanks for watching, and that's going to be it for me. I'll be signing off, and it'll probably be auto hosting. Oh, Plexel. Go ahead and send him a host. Check out how he's doing this evening. Thanks for watching me. This is me signing off. See you all later.